Hello, my name is Chrissy Willemse, and I'm part of the Information Quality team at the Canadian Institute for Health Information, or CIHI. In this presentation, I'll be sharing how CIHI is using its information quality framework to support the integration and utilization of its complex multi-jurisdictional data sources. First, I'll provide some information about CIHI and its information quality program. Then I'll introduce our Connected Data Quality project, followed by some of the key findings and data linkage challenges that users face, and quality activities identified to support connected data use. CIHI's responsibility is to provide and publicly report on health data and information that improves outcomes in health system performance and population health across the country. CIHI collects and maintains healthcare service, workforce, and spending data through a variety of data holdings. Data are received from a wide variety of sources, such as hospitals, long-term care facilities, professional associations, provinces, and other organizations. CIHI is known as a trusted source of high-quality data, and its Data and Information Quality Program, which is recognized internationally for its comprehensiveness and high standards, works to maintain this trust. As the need for linked data research increases, the requirements on quality continue to grow. CIHI's multi-sector, multi-jurisdictional healthcare system and the varying health policies, care delivery models, and data collection practices that go with it pose challenges for researchers. CIHI's information quality framework and its 5 dimensions of quality form the foundation for addressing these challenges. In 2019, a Connected Data Quality project was initiated to apply these dimensions and underlying concepts across CIHI data sources to better understand data linkage challenges, measure inconsistencies across data sources, identify opportunities to improve data and standards, and develop resources to support users. The initial project work focused on assessing the quality of patient-level health service events and respective demographic, linkage, and health status variables across CIHI's hospital inpatient and residential care databases. CIHI's multi-sector, multi-jurisdictional healthcare system is complex. The varying health policies, care delivery models, and data collection practices that go with it pose challenges for researchers as they try to pull the data together in a comprehensive way. A key challenge for users is navigating jurisdictional differences in how these databases are used and how the respective data standards and health service classifications are applied. Although data submitted to each data holding are of high quality, these reporting differences can lead to errors in data linkage, the selection of cases for analytical cohorts, and assignment of patient demographic and health status variables. I will describe some of the key reporting differences that pose challenges for users in the next few slides. Each jurisdiction has its own unique healthcare delivery models with policies and standards in place to support the collection, classification, and reporting of health service data that meets their population health and health system management needs. This leads to jurisdictional reporting differences that can make it hard to identify specific health service events of interest. For example, same health service for a patient may be classified using a different combination of data elements within a database or reported to different or multiple databases. Sometimes health services are classified differently in a provider's clinical, administrative, and financial data. Here is an example to explain how health services may be classified using a different combination of data elements within a database. In Canada, a single visit to a hospital can include a single service or multiple services, and the patient may move between beds within the hospital. Hospital beds are classified to a specific level of care, and sometimes the service provided does not match the care type for the bed that the patient occupies. CIHI's main hospitalization database is used to collect a range of health services, including inpatient acute care, rehabilitation, and mental health. And there are jurisdictional variations in the combination of submission and patient service data elements used to specify the service provided. If a user were to only use the hospital submission identifier data to identify patients receiving mental health services, for example, 1 in 2 cases would identify as acute care and would be missed. This example illustrates another challenge for users in the dual reporting of health services to more than one database. As in the previous example, jurisdictions may use CIHI'S main hospitalization database, submit all services, or use other databases that are built to collect data that are relevant to the service and support health system planning, care management, and clinical decision-making. Inpatient rehabilitation services in Canada may be submitted to CIHI'S National Rehabilitation Reporting System, referred to as NRS, or the Discharge Abstract Database, referred to as DAD. Some jurisdictions report to both in order to capture detailed clinical information and important functional outcome measures. CIHI makes adjustments to financial indicators to ensure services are not double counted. Users may need to make similar adjustments and guidance on how to incorporate these data into their analysis. The connected data quality analysis also looked across databases for inconsistencies. Data used to describe transitions to alternative healthcare settings was examined, as these data are often used to measure health status, care outcomes, and to understand pathways of care across the continuum. Patients often transition between health services and care settings, with 9% of hospital stays and 20% of long-term care stays resulting in a transition to another health service or setting. We found that 1 in 10 hospital stay transitions were either not reported or the level of care reported was incorrect. Similarly, we found that 2 in 10 long-term care transitions were either not reported or the level of care reported was incorrect. These issues may be due to the unavailability of detailed service or setting information in the patient's chart, a change in the patient's health status and care needs after they were discharged, thus changing their care trajectory, or healthcare provider-specific coding practices. Another challenge to analyzing transitions out of long-term care arises due to holding bed practices employed by some long-term care homes, where the resident's bed is held while they are away. This occurred for 3 in 10 transitions out of long-term care, and as holding bed activity is not reported to the database, these transitions can only be identified through linkage. Sometimes, though less frequently, a resident's bed is initially held but subsequently released after they are admitted to hospital. This occurred for 1 in 10 transitions out of long-term care and results in overlapping service start and end dates. Overall, these issues impact the user, as a patient's transition from information in the database may be unavailable, incorrect, or inconsistent with information available in other health service records for the episode of care. The Connected Data Quality Project is also informing the evolution of CIHI'S enterprise data and integration of patient-level data across sources. CIHI'S clinical data holdings each collect and maintain patient-level demographic and unique person identifiers. CIHI'S client linkage methodology provides a consistent, standard approach for users to link at the person level. However, it does not validate a person's demographic data across databases. As demographic data are stored and maintained at the database level with no golden record or source of truth, inconsistencies persist and must be checked and handled by the user when the data are linked. Findings from the project identify key connected data quality activities for the organization to operationalize. These focus on expanded documentation and analytical resources, data classification and profiling tools to support descriptive analysis and defining of analytical cohorts, quality assessment and reporting, new source of truth and pre-linked data sets, and harmonization of data standards. Quality activities were prioritized based on needs and complexity, with connected data teams established to carry out the work. In summary, the expansion of CIHI'S quality framework across data sources facilitates its data linkage capabilities and connected data use. It enables the evolution of CIHI'S analytical environments and information products from being database-specific to integrated data-driven, and facilitates the use of CIHI'S analytical data for research. This concludes the presentation. If you have any questions, please connect with me through the conference meeting hub. Thank you.